Hey there! In the last videos you saw me upgrading the turbine. Today it's time to install it. I've got my voltmeter with me to first check the voltage before I hook it up to the charger, because the charger can only handle up to 100 volts. I don't see how this would produce more, since every one of these was around 42 volts free spinning, so if we connect them together it can't be much more than 85 volts, but make it sure. You grab that. I first go to the water intake to make sure there's sufficient water flow to get results that I then compare to my old results. Up in the water intake, water is overflowing here and there. Filter is still super clean. I have never cleaned this, so it's working very good. And as you can see, now it's almost completely covered. So this pipe is completely filled. We have full pressure at the bottom, and therefore we have make sure to have comparable results at full pressure. Let's go down. Turbine is back in place. I will first do a voltage test before I connect it to the charge controller. Let's put that right here and see if it works. We've just seen a voltage of a maximum of 90 volts, so my MPPT with a maximum of 100 volts will be able to handle it. That means housing is back in place. I will turn it on and then go upstairs and show you the results. Moment of truth has come. Let's look at the results. So that's where we at. We started with 65 volts. So the MPPT slowed the wheel down immediately. It didn't go up to a dangerous voltage for the MPPT. And now we are at 130, 131, which is not a real increase in power output. But we will look at this long term, and we will look at this especially with the smaller nozzles. As I said in the video where I talked about my issue with low voltage, I mentioned that I see the problem mainly with the smaller nozzles, that it can't keep the voltage up. And now, before the turbine was spinning at 29.4 volts, now we are at 44.9, so we have plenty of room to lower the voltage and still have a decent power output. I can tell that the wheel is spinning much slower, but with higher voltage, which is good. But you can hear these splashing sounds. There are air bubbles coming in. We don't have a sufficient water flow. The wattage dropped a lot. And I want to take the chance to now test smaller nozzles and basically repeat the test I did with a 24-volt battery and see if we get better results with 5mm and 6mm nozzle now. Eight millimeter out, 5mm in. I've left this running for 15 minutes now. This should be enough to collect enough data. Now I'll go for 6mm nozzle. Leave this one running for 15 minutes as well to collect the data. And then I'll go back to 8mm because the snow is melting. There's rain coming the next days. So I want to go with a bigger nozzle again to collect as much power as possible. So now I want to make a comparison of the results we measured. I highlighted the results I had before with the solo motor configuration, and I highlighted the dual motor in series results. In both cases we had full pressure, one time a 5mm nozzle, 6mm nozzle, and then the next text as well, 5mm and 6mm nozzle. Here are the power results. With the 5mm nozzle before we had 26 watts, after that we had 29, which is an increase of 11.5%. With the 6mm nozzle we had exactly the same results. So I think my theory that it will perform better with two motors in series is not true. I couldn't find any results that lead to a big increase in power, maybe a few watts more, but was it worth the effort? Not really. So if you are fine with low voltage, I would not recommend putting two motors in series. There are a few upsides of this configuration. You see the voltage here is not much bigger than in the solo motor test. That means since we are running two motors here, each motor doesn't have to run as fast. So overall the wheel spins slower. It is mounted on both sides, so it's not floating in the air anymore.
But I also ran into issues with a little bit of vibration with my dual motor setup that I might have to improve. I am now still running it in the dual motor setup, since it's not performing better, but it's also not performing worse. I left it like that. Maybe in the future I will go back to the solo motor configuration and test it with bigger nozzle sizes. But yeah, I wouldn't do it again, to be honest. If you have any questions for the test results, or if you're interested in seeing bigger nozzle sizes, how it performs with these, right now I'm running the system with a 10mm nozzle size at 163 watts for the last 24 hours. So this is so far the top result. And I'm not sure if I would run this much power on one motor only, because then it's spinning very fast and maybe heats up more than two motors would do if this power is spread to two motors. Alright, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.